Hello everybody, my name is Randy Martin, and following this introduction is a short video from a stage reading of a story which I submitted to the St. Charles, Illinois Writers Group way back in January 2015. It was put on at the Vera Voce Theater in St. Charles, directed by the theater's owner, Dennis Brown, and is about the consequences of closing the Borders bookstore.
I've been a mailman for 20 years. I get along with all dogs, except one. I finally had my fill of it. So I rattled the mail slot, the dog attacked it, and I pushed through a heavy envelope as hard as I could, and the dog, yelped! The door opened, and I saw a small woman with that damn dog next to her. What did you do to my dog? Alice, I'm going to report you! The postmaster put me on suspension for 60 days. So I began to spend most of the days at the local bookstore. I love books, and would often read on my route. But the bookstore closed.
Yeah.
The building was nothing but an empty warehouse. I began to think there wasn't much to live for anymore. So, one night, I got my sleeping bag, unrolled it at the entrance to the former bookstore, and crawled in. Alice came sniffing up, but her tail lip was wagging, and she began to lick my face. So I let her in the sleeping bag. When somebody began to nudge me, Alice growled. It was some guy dressed in a funny costume.
Hi, my name is Bill. Follow me.
Oh, the Borders is closed. It's just an empty warehouse.
You'll be surprised.
Whoa! Whoa! It's full of books!
Isn't it something? What a shame, what a shame. You don't know who I am, do you? Don't recognize the English form of dress of the 16th century?
Are you? I'm going crazy.
No, you're far from crazy. What have I told you I wrote in iambic pentameter?
To my good friend, Ladner, who has kept the faith in a world that doesn't care anymore. Your devoted friend, Bill.
I've been watching you for some time. I can see that you are really a serious and unappreciated reader, one of the few left in the world. And I like it that you read my stuff.
Okay, I know who you are. I've never seen a picture of you other than a droll-looking Englishman in a funny hat.
Yeah.
But if I say anything about this, everybody's going to think that I'm crazy.
But they already do. Use what I wrote as evidence that you and I actually met.
They'll say it's a fraud.
I know the feeling. In the last 400 years, I've watched people fawn over my works, argue about what I meant, and go so far as to attribute my writing to somebody else.
How long have you been living here?
Oh, I don't live here. I just come and go, hoping I would see someone like you. Very glad you're here.
May I ask you a few questions?
Oh, anything you want.
Did you really write Hamlet? I'm sorry.
Always someone has to tear you down. Any more questions?
I mean, they say you never traveled, yet wrote details about Italy.
Well, of course they would say that, and did you notice that they say I, just plain Bill, couldn't have known that, so there is more evidence somebody else must have done the writing.
Wait, what'd you think of the movie Shakespeare in Love?
I liked it. Maybe it really happened that way. I suppose to have been in love and would have liked that, I know.
Oh, but what about Christopher Marlowe?
I liked Chris. He was a good writer and had good values. The stories they tell about him, he didn't really die, but lived somewhere else and wrote under my name. It'll never end.
How do you feel about questions about your sexual orientation?
It doesn't bother me. Actually, I loved many people. That's the way it was in the theatre then, as it is now.
What were you doing during all those lost years?
You know, for a mailman, you certainly are well read. All those years. But if I tell you, I'll lose some of my mysterious air and What will the academics have to do then? It'll be light soon. You and Alice better go home.
I wanted to tell someone what had happened last night, but they would accuse me of not taking my medication, and at worst call the community mental health center. So I went back to the empty quarters the next night, got into my sleeping bag, and then Alice came pounding up, wagging her tail, and crawled in. Somebody shook me, speaking a strange language.
Добрый вечер, Ладно и Алис.
Добро пожаловать!
Good evening, Ladder and Alice.
Welcome!
Bill told me about you. I am impressed with your devotion to literature. Come in, I have much to show.
Who are you?
My English friends call me Fuck.
What language were you speaking?
Isn't it a beautiful language? But just like with English, they are ruining it.
What's your full name?
No matter. Let's just talk. Bring in Alice and come on in. I've got a lot to say. You are one of the few people who will listen. Many of us talked to the management and told them they must not close a bookstore ever. Books are life.
What about ebooks and Kindle?
They are not the same. To be a book, it has to occupy real space. You can feel it, touch it. Turn pages, make notes, rip out the page. Try to autograph a Kindle. A book has to occupy real space. It has to be something you can put on a shelf. People can see what you are reading. It's not just words.
Well, what about cyberspace?
Cyberspace is not real space. The clouds, not the real cloud. These computer people, good writers of fiction. They know how to use metaphors and similes to confuse us. They could have created literature. Many people believe cyberspace, cloud, iTunes, computer viruses, worms are real, like cut and paste. We had to really cut and paste. Cut with scissors, put paste on that, then literature was to be.
So then you say that computer people are writers?
They are not real writers. Real writers suffer from blocks, depression, criticism, derision. We dream. They don't. We are constantly revising. We try to create something lasting. Die a little getting it right. What programmer has ever tried to revise anything with a few lines of computer code? Char string equals hello world.
I don't understand your language.
I'm sorry, it's a pity. There's so much beautiful about the Russian language.
All I know in Russian is niet.
Oh yes, those fellows made that word famous. No, they were boors. Glad was not alive when they were.
Oh, now I know who you are! Oh my god! And what do you think about the new Moscow subway station where they painted murals depicting stories from your novels?
How did you know about that? They're terrible, depressing. Oh, this generation, there is no understanding them. Do you know what they're doing in your country? Your Supreme Court is debating whether Bill really wrote the stuff. Don't tell anyone that. I've been watching YouTube. Ladna, it's going to be light soon. We both must go. They're going to try and stop you. But don't give up. Ever. Good night, Alice.
So I went back the next night. even before I had opened the sleeping bag.
Good evening.